Have you ever loved someone and known without doubt they were not perfect? Their breath wasn't sweet, their voice wasn't music, their skin wasn't porcelain, but still, they were yours. This isn't the poem of a fool blinded by beauty. It's the confession of a man who sees and still chooses to love. In an age of exaggerated flattery, Shakespeare dared to write a sonnet that told the truth. He wasn't just mocking other poets, he was calling out a lie. The lie that love must come wrapped in metaphors. The lie that women are only worthy if they shine, glow, float, sing, or sparkle. In the Elizabethan literary scene, it was common, even expected, for poets to compare women to goddesses, stars, divine beings. They borrowed their language from Petrarch, Ovid, the courtly tradition. But Shakespeare broke the script. This sonnet is rebellion, not against women, but against illusion. He strips love of its performance, and what remains is something stronger. By the time Shakespeare wrote Sonnet 130, he had already traveled far from the idealism of youth. As explored in Will in the World, his early sonnets flirted with beauty, eternity, and divine passion. But in this sonnet, he writes like someone who has been disappointed by illusion and found something truer underneath. Maybe he had loved a woman who wasn't beautiful by anyone's standard. Maybe he had tired of the theater of love and wanted something real. This sonnet doesn't flow like a serenade, it stumbles like truth. There are scholars who believe this poem was written for the dark lady, a figure shrouded in mystery, sensuality, and contradiction. She may have been married. She may have been of lower class. She may not have been conventionally beautiful, but she was undeniably unforgettable. This is not about adoration. It's about acceptance. It's not about perfection. It's about presence.
My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well, I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love, as rare as any, she belied with false compare.
This isn't satire, it's sacred realism. Shakespeare tells us she does not glow, she does not float, she walks. She is not divine, she is real, and because of that, she is rare. In the Cambridge Companion to Shakespeare's poetry, this sonnet is seen as revolutionary, not for mocking idealism, but for replacing it with something more powerful: recognition. Real love doesn't need illusion, it doesn't need costume or choreography. It needs presence, honesty, ground, Because when you see someone without ornament and still choose them, you're not loving the idea of them. You're loving them. And that, Shakespeare tells us, is more rare than any rose. But what happens when truth itself becomes a mask? What if, in the name of honesty, you start hiding? What if love becomes a place where both hearts lie to protect each other or themselves? In the next sonnet, Shakespeare doesn't celebrate truth. He questions it. He writes not about beauty, but about belief. About the fragile contract between two people who know they're deceiving one another and choose to do it anyway. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much to speak the full truth. Sonnet 138. Honesty and illusion coming next in Enlighten My Silence.